Good evening. What's going on, everybody? It's me, RDV, and I'm back here with Eric Breen to go over our top five, or just basically my top five list of books that I'm pulling this week and I'm excited for. And then we'll also browse the other ones coming out as well as the trades. So if you have any books that you see what we're looking at, you want us to take a look at, click on, just let me know in the chat. And for those watching on the replay, it's like, yeah, thank you for watching this, even though you were here to watch it live. Like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and check out the Ko-Fi link. Alrighty then. That being said, we got no one waiting. Might as well just jump right into these books here. And if we do, we'll find out later as far as people jumping in. But I don't know. Maybe people forgot it's Tuesday night. I don't know. It is. Remember, I guess we're in like shopping weather now.
I think the 12 people that still give a shit about comics are over watching Drew and Josh.
Oh, that's what it is. You know, one of these nights we got to have a collab. We got to have Drew and Josh on the channel. They can liven it up. Bring some rawhide to the channel. Although Drew, is that Nolan?
Dolan.
Yeah, sometimes I keep thinking that. Yeah, he's a great guy to talk to. I enjoy them. We don't agree on everything, but that's one of the charms he has, is that we can butt heads easily. But let me screen my screen here. We'll get this going. We'll remove us. And boom. All right. How does that look?
Lovely.
Okay. All right. Want to make sure because, want people to see the whole entire screen. Hey, there's a Marani in the chat. I see that. We are watching. You're watching us live on YouTube, but we're also streaming on Twitch as well. So if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, go there at Geeky Puppet Show. That is one word, and it's the same URL for both Twitch and for YouTube. But all right, let's jump into my number 5 for this week. Number 5 this week has been a fun book. And it just seems to be banger after banger after banger, just absolute fun. Over on the chat on Extreme Movie Show, we're talking about enemies maybe having to work together. And well, in this book, we do have enemies working together. We have the Cobra Commander and Duke, who are basically trying to survive an ongoing assault from the Dreadnoks, who are revenge on Cobra Commander. Last issue they were able to ditch the Dreadnoks and arrived in a ghost town, only discovered that seemingly this guy coming up dressed like he has a giant warthog head or something like that basically says that he killed or implied that he killed Cobra Commander and fed him to his pigs. But we don't know. But I doubt it though. I think Cobra Commander survived. It's just his helmet gets knocked off. The one thing we do know about Cobra Commander, underneath he's his body, he is a snake-like creature, so always slithering away. But it says, who will survive the Dreadnought War? Duke and Cobra Commander are confronted by an enemy they never expected, but the Dreadnoughts aren't far behind. The twice-monthly J. Joe epic continues right here. Joshua Williamson continuing putting out an awesome story. And I got artist Tom Rowley on the interior, back on the interiors again. It's just been a really fun book for me. I'm not the biggest G.I. Joe fan or Transformers, but through Skybound, they've actually been making these books entertaining. Now, it's not a knock to Larry Hama. A lot of people do like Larry Hama. That's why I brought him back for doing his own G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, ongoing series that he started over at Marvel. Respect for that. I'm just not a fan of his writing, There's nothing wrong with that. And now, I will clarify. I did like him when he did his 5-issue patch miniseries with Wolverine over at Marvel. I thought that was really cool. It was the first time I had seen Wolverine actually smoking a cigar in forever. Mainly because of the throwback issue. But alternate covers for this. Well, here's the main cover. This is number 1 out of 7, cover A. I do love the reflection in the blood. We do have Lucio Perillo over at 616 Comics, which is an online exclusive. If you want to get a deal on them, go over check out Wes's channel. He's always giving a code. I think it's Thinking Critical is a code. I'm not sure, but check out his channel and get a discount if you want to get prints exclusively online at 616 Comics. But this is a virgin foil version variant of the Baroness. Look, he made her look so nerdy because she doesn't look that nerdy in the cartoons and in the comic book. But this is like Liberian, like Velma. But of course, there's the normal cover. I don't know why it's shrunk down, but there's cover B by Erica Canetti, the Dreadnoks with the chainsaw.
Eric Canetti?
I think so. It is. Yeah, Canetti. Yeah.
No.
Do you recognize the name?
Yeah, he's a member of the Legion of Erics on Thinking Critical.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've done live streams with him before.
I did not know that. Guy's a cool. He's a good artist. I like this.
This is about as excited as he gets. He's very, very low key.
I guess that's nice to have a balance between him and Doc, who gets angry and gets voice gets higher as he's behind.
Say, Sully, who's also Eric, is very, very boisterous.
Sully his name's Eric too as well. Wow.
Yeah.
Gee, Legion of Erics over there. Poor Wes. Where does Wes? Remember, does Wes I think he just likes people with the name Eric. That's probably what it is. I don't know how Aaron fits into that, but somehow he got on there. And Drew. Ben Oliver variant of the Dreadnought sister. Brother and sister lead the team of these Australian, I guess, I don't know if they're Australian. They're more like Southern rednecks. Yep. Of course, there is a Jesus Marino variant, cover D 125 with a flamethrower. Yeah, you can tell this is 80s. It looks like he's just stepped out of the WWF. Of course, the 150 John Boy Myers variant. This is the dude, and I believe that we saw at the end of his last issue. I guess it's him with his helmet on. But look at these guys, cylinder blocks attached to a pole. I love the dog too. Did you know that John Boy Myers was originally going to be the artist on Teen Titans Go? Or not Teen Titans Go, but Teen Titans.
Nope.
Back in 616 or during Rebirth. But they let him. He got mad because they wouldn't let him draw Starfire the way George Perez drew that outfit. So he left the book. Hey, works out for him because now he can just do covers and he gets paid. He can work for any company he wants to, be freelance, and still do prints, make money. All right, though, but that is my number 5 for this week. Do Skybound books make G.I. Joe and Transformers accessible and appealing to non-fans of those franchises? Exactly as I just said that, Marania. I'm not a huge Transformer or G.I. Joe fan, so I'm their target as far as the people who normally who are outside of the hobby. I'm the person they're trying to draw in. Now, as far as people who are Transformer or G.I. Joe purists, I don't know. I don't really know any people that really are. I think it'd probably be Aaron Sparrow. But you're probably your guy to talk to, ask questions. He is on Twitter. But he seems to be liking the book, though, as far as I know. But it's just straight up this action, fun, heroic. It's good guys versus bad guys. Great. My number 4 actually is an issue 4 coming out this week. As you scroll down. And 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 scroll down. The Blue Falcon and Dynamite number 4. I'm not the biggest Blue Falcon Dynamite fan, mainly because the only time I've seen him because he's in the hokey Hanna-Barbera stuff. I wasn't a fan of that, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. It just wasn't my cup of tea. I didn't grow up with that era, so I have no nostalgia for it to even lure me in. Jimmy Palmiotti is writing him pretty much being a much more serious character, I guess. Kind of like with David Pepos is writing Space Ghost, giving it a more modernized storytelling. This is not your grandparents' Blue Falcon Dynamite. This is much more serious. There's a little bit more. There's actually character deaths in this. Higher stakes. Um, but it says the sky is not the limit. In this issue, the bad guys have taken the fight, literally, while the Blue Falcon and Dynamite continue to battle their adversaries high above Big City. Beast Woman is poised to destroy everything that our heroes hold dear, using their own stolen tech against them. That's right, because it was revealed in the last issue that uh, Blue Falcon's new girlfriend is the villainous, well, Beast Woman, she ends up stealing his new belt, his anti-gravity belt, and now she's going to use the technology against him. You have Jimmy Palmiotti, as I said, is doing the writing. Pascal Colano is doing the art, and then you can also have covers by Lucia Perillo, John McCrea, Joseph Michael Linzer, and Francisco Mattina doing some variant covers. There are 9, so I'm guessing a couple of them are probably Virgin variants or Foil variants. This is the John McCrea variant. A little goofy. Looks like a kid druid. Joseph Michael Linzer variant. This is cool. I do like the way he draws the dogs. Although he's a little bit humanized, so it's a little creepy a little bit. Of course, here's our Francisco Martina variant. Battle damaged, angry, pissed off. It looks like freaking he's just getting ready to murder someone. It's like a Wolverine, Batman type. And then here's Lucia Perillo, Virgin variant. Cover E. That is a 1 of 10. And then there's a 1 of 10 for this one too as well. So, but been really enjoying this. This is another book like Transformers and Skybound with Skybound's with Transformers and G.I. Joe. Palmiotti's just been making this character much more entertaining for my sake. Now, if you're a fan of the classic stuff, and you're not a fan of if you're like more like the original style, you is kind of hokey but still kind of like cartoonish, that's not really gonna get in this book. This is a much more serious book. This is basically if he was it's really turned him into Batman at this point. He is still kind-hearted character, but like I said, there are villains who basically were hit by rockets and were exploded when they took over the hospital. So Dynamite just killed them. So, but alrighty then. That is my number 4. And hello to Austin. What's up? Steak. I don't know where the steak comes from. Are you eating on camera, Eric? Well, they can't see you anyway. All right. My number 3 for this week. We're gonna go to the other company that's been kicking ass this year with a lot of their books. And we scroll down, and it's right there. It's Rook Exodus number 9. It's through Ghost Machine. Jeff Johns, Jason Fabek on the art. Just been a fun series. It says the hate sci-fi epic plunges deeper into the heart of Exodus, trapped in the lair of the monstrous arachnid Rook. Dire Wolf and Matterhorn face thousands of ravenous mutated spiders. Time is running out. If the word has failed, the fate of Exodus itself may be sealed in the web. Plus, who is Stag, and why does he want Dire Wolf's father dead? Well, if you've been reading, there's a good you know the reason. So, but if you haven't been reading, I'm not going to spoil it for you. But let's just say this has been really interesting. This is the latest incarnation as far as a Rook having a helmet, and this guy controls giant mutated spiders. And a lovely cover by Fabek. Look. So, yep. All right, and of course, there are some alternative covers. There's It's number 2. I'm guessing this is this is Matterhorn. Yeah, that's what it is. This is the girl who controls the goats. And then we get this connecting variant, cover C. The tortoise. Looks like we've got a fox, the goat, and then there's a bear, I think. Not sure. And then here's Jarek Kirk Kim variant, 1 in 20 of Rook himself with the Ravens. So, but yeah, that's it for this one. All right. Then we're going to quickly go down to my number 2, which is actually right up here in the top here. It is Night Fight. A DCKO Night Fight number 2. One reason I'm getting this because of 2 things. Joshua Williamson and Dan Mora have been proven to be a great team. I even know it's part of KO, which I really think don't find that appealing or even worth buying. But people like it just because it's heroes versus heroes and villains versus heroes versus villains is fighting, killing each other. It's kind of senseless to me. But this has been different. This is after Bruce or Batman, basically Bruce Wayne Batman was killed in the KO issue 1. He arrives and finds himself on a different version of Gotham City in the future, or a dystopian future. In this future, all the Robins are dead, and it's revealed that Bruce Wayne was the one that killed them because he didn't want anybody else taking over the mantle of the Batman. He even went so far as using the Lazarus Pit to stay young, to continue being Batman. Dick Grayson took over the mantle. And now he believes that this is his Bruce Wayne coming back, and it's just hilarious. And he's trying to tell Bruce to stop, But Bruce is trying to get his bearings, but he's also getting, having the fight against, Dick Grayson. So the stage is set, and Bruce Wayne's battle through the gauntlet of the future, Batman, is on. Each former Robin has shaped Gotham City into their own vision of justice, their own version. Yeah. And if Bruce can make his way past Dick Grayson, he'll face the darkest one yet. Will he survive the most violent aspects of his own legacy, or a Batman's greatest failure, destroy him and the city he's sworn to protect? It's a literal battle for the call and the fate of the DC universe as the all-star creative team of Joshua Williamson and Dan Mora turns up the heat. And it's called Under the Red Hood. Yes, because Damian, Jason, and Tim are all dead. And Dick's been basically having he basically went public with the Robins, create a company, and he hires and trains people to become the new Robins. But here's the thing, though. This cover shows Jason Todd's helmet. So, is Jason really dead? We get the Gil March variant, issue number. It's looking cool. So it looks like we got another Batman. It looks like Jason Todd Batman in the background there. Yep, that's what it looks like. An Arkham Knight from the game. Nice. This is Jorge Molina. And then cover coming soon. Come on, guys. You only have one more day before it comes out. But I do recommend this. I said if you want to avoid the DKO, you're not enjoying it, and you're looking for a side story, this is just been fun. I'm always been a Batman fan, so this is kind of I like Batman versus Dick Grayson in an alternate universe, and we'll see where it goes from there. And Josh Williamson is making it fun. Dan Mora's art is just elevates everything that Josh Williamson writes. It's been a fun series, and that's why it's my number 2. But there is one book coming out though that's really, really good, and I've been waiting for this. But first in the chat, he said the book had stakes. I'm good. I just sold my Wonder Woman 206 issue for $50 on eBay and just give it to the post office. Cool. Arkham Knight. Yes, the first ever superhero disappointment. Man, was I hyped for that in junior high. The Arkham Knight game, I liked it. The only thing I said, I don't want to spoil for anybody who hasn't played the game. But if you play the previous game, you kind of know what you're getting into, and a little different. So, uh, yeah, just 1 second. Sorry about that. People were making noise. All right. On to my number one. Number one for tonight. Breen already knows what it is. He says, and there's quiet into the void.
Oh, Birds of Prey.
No. No. It's Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips on Criminal, Giant Size Criminal number one for $6. This, I saw this, my eyes lit up like Christmas Day, man. Like opening up a new present. This oversized annual style is packed with everything criminal fans love from Brubaker and Phillips and much more. Headlining the issues with a novel-length story starring fan favorite character Ricky Lawless, major play an upcoming TV adaptation as he goes solo on his latest heist. What could go possibly wrong? Oh. But that's not the that's just beginning. You'll also get Criminal Tabletop RPG module written by Kieran Gillen, illustrated by Sean Phillips. Behind the scenes insights in the Criminal TV series from the showrunner Brubaker himself. Fully illustrated guide into the world of Criminal and its key characters. This giant-sized Criminal one-shot is perfect entry point for new readers and just in time for Xmas. And it's even better stocking stuffer for the diehard Brubaker and Phillips fan in your life. Exclusively in print and only available at comic shops. Our way of saying thanks to retailers. 48 pages for $6. It does have some variants, but I do love this cover though. This main cover. It's almost, I was talking to Ronnie about this last night. Kind of reminds me of a James Dean, Rebel Without a Cause.
Except for he didn't carry a gun.
Well, this is the hardcore version. He carries a gun.
Okay. Tell me you haven't seen Rebel Without a Cause.
I haven't seen Rebel Without a Cause, but I've seen the cover and stuff. I've never watched it.
Do you know who his dad is?
Is it Ronald Reagan?
No, Mr. Howell.
Mr. Howell.
Or Mr. Magoo.
Oh, really?
Jim Backus. Yep.
Wow. And then we have the Marcos Martin variant, which though it doesn't look that great compared to the one we just saw. Still like the glass though, the bullet holes.
Actually, I think I like the Marcos Martin cover better.
Really?
It's a neater picture the way it's got the Brubaker Phillips like
yeah,
like letters on the side of a building type of thing. But
my thing is that the character brings it down for me.
You really can't see it. I mean, he looks like he's been shot a few dozen times there, but
it's just paint.
He's probably fine.
Yeah. 1 in 10 Duncan for Fred Greedo variants. Santa Claus. And he's carrying his victims. And then here you go. J.H. Williams third variant. With Santa Claus. I might get this. Christmas cover rankings. If this is included in there, Aaron Engeltine, you have failed. That is just cool. Now I want to know what the story is. Is it like him just getting involved with a gang of Santas? Or someone posing as Santa? I mean, you're just lipping off and he just decided to hit him? But I still like the original cover though.
Well, I do too, because it's in the same style as the rest of the covers.
Exactly. So I'm tempted to get both though. I do like the Christmas one, but then again, I might just get this and have the Christmas and just right click and save as in the Christmas one. But definitely looking forward to this. Not really excited about the tabletop RPG module with Kieran Gillen.
Yeah, I could care less about that.
But it is illustrated by Sean Phillips, so I'll look at some of that stuff. Yeah, obviously, Brubaker is. I think you mentioned it. He only writes like 3 books a year.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Yeah, I would love to see him writing more and stuff. I mean, I miss him on superhero stuff, but then again, if he just keeps doing criminal stuff, I'm down for that.
Yeah, I think he serves this industry better the way he's doing it now versus writing. Yeah, his superhero writing. I wouldn't want to see him try to confine with the new unwritten rules.
Yeah,
Because I said, yeah, the last great superhero work he did was Winter Soldier in 2013.
yeah. Marania, a lot of times it's just because they're lazy and they forgot to upload the cover. It's not nothing clever like you're thinking it is. Don't give them that too much credit. There's times where I come across covers and they're still not up there, and it's been like 2 weeks later. They just don't do it, or they because I said people who upload these things, it's half-assed. So, but no, definitely this is can you imagine reading a criminal book with the Lasters?
Yeah.
I don't think that might be Amy's last book.
Um, I guess I should give my top 5 now.
Is it just this?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Criminal, baby. I'm actually buying this tomorrow.
Nice.
Be my first new comic in 4 months.
Have you not been picking up any trades though? You don't count those. That is new.
Just well, if they ever show up, that I'm still waiting for the Green Lantern and the Atlas Archive.
Oh,
But no trades of anything new.
Last week's Green Lantern team up with the Green Arrow was fun.
Oh, I'm sure there's some fun stuff. Yeah, I'm sure Space Ghost is still a lot of fun. But
yeah, no, I'm just saying I really like the team up Dominic with Green Arrow and Green Lantern by Jeremy Adams. You know, it's nothing like the Neil Adams one. Like this is much more brighter to me. But I not to say that the other ones didn't have its bright moments.
You want an unpopular opinion?
Yeah.
Green Lantern, Green Arrow might be the most overrated series in comic book history.
I love more the idea of them teaming up than what we got with the Neil Adams one.
When they did it, DC was trying to be socially relevant,
edgy,
and Denny O'Neil it was like each month was the cause of the month.
Yeah.
And it's very, very dated. It's beautiful to look at. It has a lot of good.
But there is one part of that though I was looking for. I think it's like 91 or 90 where they go into space, cosmic Over Queen. So I was looking at that as far as reading on the show.
When it was revived in 1976.
Yeah.
And that's fun. I think it's still Denny O'Neil.
Denny O'Neil.
And Mike Grell's the artist for the first couple years.
Exactly. I was looking at that and reading that on the channel because I was looking at more stuff because we didn't. So for those who don't pay attention to what we do at Comic Rings, we've been doing World's Finest where we take the Batman and the Superman story out of those comic books and just put them together and read them. I've been thinking about going back to doing the Golden Age Jay Garrick Flash and the Hawkman, but then I was thinking like, well, what if we did a Green Arrow, Green Lantern? And I was thinking like, wait, what would be?
It wouldn't be.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be anywhere near as much fun as the World's Finest.
No.
If you want to have something you could ham up, the O'Neil Adams Green Lantern, Green Arrow would be better. Yeah, for that.
You think it would do that? Okay, because I know it is.
I'd still rather do World's Finest because I.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying we're replacing one of the other. I'm just saying adding on. I really the Hawkman, Golden Age Hawkman and Golden Age Flash. Those are fun. If you did not check out those uploads we did I uploaded on was it Sunday? Those are hilarious. It's me, Puppetine, Marania, and Zach at issue 11. And then Breen joins us at issue 12. And you see the whole tone of the storytelling just raises up to new levels. And it's just hilarious. So,
For what?
What?
What changed? What?
When you joined us for the Golden Age Hawkman reading, and you just kept breaking Palpatine, making him laugh. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm looking at doing some more Golden Age stuff. But hey, maybe we'll do the Denny O'Neil stuff. I was just kind of leading away from it because I didn't know how outdated the subjects were, and it would even be kind of even worth it. But I do. Let's say this: I do love the idea of Green Arrow and Green Lantern being friends. And even though Hal's like they made Hal the conservative and Ollie's kind of like the Democrat, I love the fact that two of them are best friends and get together and just do stuff together. So, this is something rare today. But anyway, let's go look at trades. Unless you want to quickly look like I can just quickly scroll by.
I want to see the facsimile that's coming out.
Oh, that's right. There are facsimiles out this week. And I'll scroll down. Which one? There's two of them, I believe. There's a detective, and then there's an Archie. Or no, Archie might be new. Teen Titans Go is coming out this week, too. So that means next Monday we'll be doing Teen Titans Go reading. Detective Comics this week. And then there was an Archie one, too.
What's the significance of the Detective Comics?
It's 66. Hold on. It's so bright. It's gonna load. So this is, I believe, first Harvey Dent.
Really?
Two-Face. Yep. Harvey Dent is criminal trial.
I didn't realize they were that far into the series before they introduced him.
Yep. Yep. Throwing acid in his face as a shock driver has become the master criminal who bases all of his crimes on the number 2. Yeah, I've also been looking at Golden Age Batman stuff, outside of World's Finest. And Henry Boltonoff is the writer and artist and letterer. Wow. We also got Joe Simon, Jack Kirby, Jack Lady, and Bill Finger. That's the thing too. Jack Kirby on a DC book. This. Wow.
Jack Kirby did a ton of work at DC.
I know. I'm not
talking about the 70s. I mean, prior to.
I know, but whenever he's brought up, it's always Marvel. It's always refreshing to see him like in older DC stuff. Jerry Robinson doing that awesome cover. We also in this store we have Airwave because we have the Crimson Avenger, Daniel Turpin, nice Detective Turpin. Then you have so Crime Two-Face with 13 pages. Then you have the Jitterbug, Laughs, Lou Gehrig, A Quiet Hero by Frank Graham, text article. Wow. Boy Commandos. So that's that fix I'm gonna. And look, you can get variants because no one wants a Two-Face variant, right? For a book that came out 1950.
Oh no, this would have been 40. Let's see, 37, 8, 9, 40, 41. 40. I'm guessing this is probably late 41, early 42 because it's probably because Lou Gehrig died in 1941.
Yeah,
and I'm guessing it was probably some kind of tribute to him.
I mean, look. Well, let's click on this. 1942. So that's the original cover, and then they cleaned it up. for the facsimile. So that is 1942. Wow. Not a fan of the 6.99 thing on there.
Well, but there. Oh, that it is $6.99 or.
No, well, the fact that it's where it's position located.
I wish they would trust the readers, the customers enough to know that it's not actually 10 cents when they put the price on the back. Because
I mean, it's in the same spot as the 10 cents ones, but it's still I'd prefer it higher up.
Well, I don't want them changing the cover. I just wish they'd have the original price because they do everything else right. They don't put the barcode. They don't put a modern DC logo like Marvel does.
Yeah, but wouldn't you? I'd say I'd rather have the price up here in the upper right corner.
Well, no, because in the original comic it was there.
I know, but I don't care. I like in the original comic, so I'd rather have it.
Not buy the blank variant and draw it wherever the fuck you want.
I'll draw it without the freaking price thing, so it's not blocking the art.
It's blocking a window.
Yeah, that person can't see now because it's blocking his window.
Go lay down.
Get out, everybody. Go lay down. All right. The other facsimile coming out this year is Christmas and Superheroes. Tabloid size, so expect it to be big. And if you've not collected this is a nice way to get it. Although it is like $1. How much does it go for normal without?
I think when it was released, it probably was $1.25.
Yeah, but I mean, like original copy right now. Do you think it's like $4?
You mean to buy it? A used copy?
Yeah, a used copy right now.
That would be more than the $12.99.
Really?
Oh yeah. Tabloids treasuries are expensive.
Whoa. So it wouldn't be okay. It wouldn't be like $15.
It'd have to be if you get it for $15, it's not in the greatest shape.
Okay. But once again, Jack Kirby on there, Len Wein, Mike Frederick, she's Jerry Seigel. All right. This includes Superman's Christmas Adventure #1 from 1940. You got Silent Night of the Batman, The Night Prowler from House of Mystery #191. Story for Balsam, Sensational Comics 14. Santa Fronts for the Mob. Why have we never read this on the channel? Well, it's only 10 pages, that's why. Even then. Season's Greetings from the DC editors. Then, yeah. But Sandy the Golden Boy. Wow. Well. But, yeah, I'll definitely be picking this up tomorrow. And then, oops, I want to go to trades yet. Then there was Archie's Christmas Spectacular is coming out this week too as well. Dang Breen's here. I thought it was just Venkman. I know he's just so quiet. He's like Coco, just sits in the corner.
Well, I'm watching like 3 games, so there's that.
3 games? You have 3 TVs going?
No.
Speaking of Neil Adams, I've made it to the Batman Odyssey part of my most recent box of comics from the E. At first I thought, there's some minor weird things, but not that bad. I spoke too soon. But they do recolor it digitally flat. All right, so this is also coming out this week too. Celebrate the season Archie style, now packed with over 30 pages of content, including a brand new story. The Ultimate Christmas Bash is happening in the North Pole, and Santa's helpers Sugar Plum and Jingles are competing to be the best dancers on the ice. But when they bring Archie, Betty, and Veronica into the hype of the game, their hasty mashups could put the entire party in peril. I've been liking these. Dan Parent's hit and miss for me. I do like it when they bring in other writers. I think Ian Cohen he's been doing Archie Sonic. He's been a really good writer, so they bring him in. So, but I'm always looking for Archie Christmas stuff because it's usually, most likely, it's safe for kids. You know. Yeah, you got hot dog in there. Although hot dog should probably have a candy cane, that might be lethal to him. I'm not sure if you can get peppermint to dogs. But alrighty then. Oh yeah, and here's
when it's safe to give a dog a candy cane?
Is it safe?
When it's a cartoon dog, yes.
Okay. This is the cover B. Christmas pinup. If I can find this cover, it'd be cool. But as Amy would say, it's a photograph. Yeah. Betty Cooper, I thought you came here to help us decorate for the Christmas party. I am. I'm testing the mistletoe. You know what? What's that?
I had this. I was in a quandary. Do I root for the SEC, who I hate, or do I root for Duke, who I despise? Because they're playing ACC versus the SEC. So it's conference pride. Is it stronger than my hatred of Duke? And I really still haven't made up my mind. And there's 2 seconds left in the game.
Oh, well, do you root for Betty?
I've run away for both of them to lose.
Okay, what are your thoughts on Betty and Veronica? Who do you root for?
You know what? Screw Betty. I'm Team Veronica now.
I've always been Team Veronica. No?
We're supposed to like Betty because she's the nice girl.
But Veronica as well, especially if it's Ronnie from the show.
I kind of like Lily Reinhardt too, but
I do. You know. But I never understood why they go for Archie. Archie just looks like an old lady.
Yeah, I think that's the joke. Yeah, here's this dork chop, and every girl seems to want him.
Yeah. All right. Before Myers' mental breakdown, he would do a video on a specific Ann Nesenti Daredevil Christmas issue. I think it was called Christmas with the Devil. It was very touching and profound video.
Yeah.
I mean, Christmas with the Devil is not so unpleasant to me. Sounds kind of hot. All right.
Story. Yeah.
He probably took it down along with about 5 of his best ones. Or YouTube removed it. I don't know. Speaking of Jack Morelli, he looks like the real life Archie to me, or at least he just seems like he is angry. That photo. There's some people who just don't smile, and it just seems like he just wasn't just happy to be there. He looks like the kid that's like ready to snap. Probably had to do all the lettering. All that lettering is probably a lot of work. But anyway, that's it for these books. There's not much coming out. It's just kind of Mad Cave Studios has Warwolf coming out too by Steve Orlando. Kind of mad that Orlando's trying to infect Mad Cave Studios. Go back to Marvel. And here's some other stuff. Then you get some Spanish versions of some of the covers.
Dracula.
What's that?
What is King Dracula? On Zetascope.
Zetascope.
I didn't see issue 1. What is that?
Let's see here. Well, Zetascope hasn't really been coming up by me because no one can get a hold of them because they have distribution problems. Reinvigorated but still haunted, Dracula emerges from the sewers of New York City, ready to take back the world as he's ruthlessly stolen from him. But he realizes the vampire lord's control has grown even deeper into the roots of society, his absence, and new dangers lurk at every turn. But desperate times call for desperate measures, so he seeks an unlikely ally who despises him more than any other: his daughter, Lilith. Yeah. So, or Charlotte. Sorry, Charlotte Dufont. It's a book I'd be picking up, but like I said, Zetascope is having issues. They went with some small publisher, and none of my shops can get them.
David Wohl used to write for Top Cow in the 90s. He's been around forever.
Mm-hmm. Joe Brush is doing co-writing too as well. I think the first issue came out like a month ago.
Yeah, makes sense, but I didn't see it.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Okay, so that's what it is. He was trapped in hell. That's what it was. He was killed by Van Helsing and then banished to hell, and then he works. He works his way to escape hell. Now he basically wants to seek revenge.
Yeah, when I saw the picture of Dracula in a business suit,
Yeah.
reminded me of that kind of kids Dracula show from the early '90s.
Oh.
And the guy that went on to play the vampire in Forever Night was in a couple of the episodes as a vampire. He wasn't the main one.
It's the one you're talking about, the British TV series, '90s one.
Don't think it was British, but
So there was a vampire series where two go to visit their uncle over in Britain.
But like the main characters, the two kids, but the girl was Mia Kirshner, who went on to have quite the career on the L Word.
Yep.
But yeah, I remember I liked that show. I was already too old for it, but
yeah, that's what that is. And of course, we have variants. Of course, his cover of his daughter, Charlotte. Charlotte is basically the Dracula. Her and her father never got along in the Van Helsing series, and they end up. She despises Liesel Van Helsing and vice versa, but they work together sometimes. But that's it. That's that one, and then I think it goes into like Spanish kind of stuff versions. Training number one's coming out apparently as a facsimile, which somebody did request us. We read the Batman Wonder Superman Trinity issues on the channel, and then some more variant stuff, manga. So yeah. All-Star Rob. Well, I guess they're doing a All-Star Batman and Robin by Wonder #1. Back,
finish that series.
Yeah. DC Go Holiday Special. That must be a webtoon or something. Full Alchemist webtoon. I always forget that DC Comics is doing webtoons, which are free comic books you can read for free. I think. I know most webtoons are, but yeah. I was watching. I posted earlier today. I was watching this guy did a video on Pirate Bay, how it came the rise and fall of Pirate Bay, and how Pirate Bay is just still going. And no matter how much Hollywood executives want to, go after it, they can't because there's just too many people. You can't stop it. And it's basically like this, but it kind of led to basically streaming becoming more thing, and all. That was their way of battling it by opening up streaming platforms, like Netflix and stuff, Amazon. But it was an interesting video. I never really knew this. I never really knew the full story, but yeah. Batman the Demon Trilogy hardcover by Mike W. Barr, Dean O'Neill, Jerry Brigham, and Norm Brofagel, and I believe it's a Kreinberg. Who is it? $50. I've never read it. Never read the Demon Trilogy. Is that to do before Damien?
What's that?
Demon Trilogy, was that before Damien?
Yeah, that's
where supposedly he was born.
The first one I think was in 1987.
Yeah, but that was supposed to be like he had a child and supposedly thought died, but it turns out that that's where Grant Gustin got the baby.
Grant Morrison.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah. Geiger Deluxe Edition, Volume 2, hardcover. Then we have Superman the Invisible Luthor. DC finance for $40. I do recommend that you have not checked out this book, or have not really collected any Superman stuff as far as Golden Age stuff. This is actually a great way to get a lot of them. This includes Action Comics 26 through 40, Superman 6 through 11, New York World's Fair Comics number 2, World's Best Comics number 1, and World's Finest Comics 2 through 3. So, honestly, this is a great way to get a good starter collection going here. It says Metropolis is under siege by an invisible assailant who is holding the city's water supply for ransom. His price, $100 million. Can Superman discover the cook's identity and stop him before the city gives into his demands? Read this tale plus other adventures in which the Man of Steel must battle giants, secret spy rings, organized racketeers, and other criminals to keep Metropolis and its citizens safe. So, Jerry Siegel, Jack Brunley, Paul Cassidy, Wayne Boring, Leo Nowak, Siegel and Schuster Studio doing the inking stuff. You also had Joe Schuster himself and John Sakilla, and the cover art by Fred Ray. So this is a really cool stuff to have. Actually, I think a lot of these are collected in black and white essentials.
What's that?
Are these all collected in black and white essentials, or are these in?
No, they've been reissued. They've been a couple times. And there's
there's Golden Age Superman. Is that just Superman, or is it Action Comics too?
Both.
Okay.
The DC had a thing called Chronicles, and like they had it for Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. I think they had Green Lantern. I don't think they had World's Finest, but I think they've reprinted the early World's Finest. I'm not positive, but
yes, I did say that with my pinky by my mouth. $1 million.
But even if they haven't, I couldn't justify it because I've got the Batmans and the Actions already.
Superman number 7, The Gay City Plague.
Hey. I think you meant something different then.
The Happy City Plague where everybody's happy?
Yes.
How is it a plague if everyone just, unless they're just so happy the player like Joker gas? Oof. Perone and the Drug Gang, The Phony Pacifists, Joe Gadsden Racketeer, Mystery in Swayze Swamp, Jackson's Murder Ring. And then, of course, number 10 is Invisible Luther, Talent Age Fraud, Spy Ring of Righab Bay, Deculian, Spy Ring, Zimba's Gold Badge Terrorist, Cornfield Caper, Yellow Plague. The Yellow Plague? Oh. 1941. That could be anything. Plot of Count Burgak. And then, of course, we had World's Finest, which was known as World's Best Comics, which we read on the channel here. And then Superman, the World's Fair Comics, 1940. That's one is really interesting to me is this one here, the bottom one. New York World's Fair Comics, 1940.
Yeah.
I've never seen this, never even read it before, so there's something kind of to check out the story from. Because that was that was before our World's Finest. That was the first one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I've never seen that. I told you, I used to have World's Finest number 3, where one of them is batting, and I had it on my wall. Should have left it there because I don't know if that affected how much money I got for that bunch when I sold it in, and I'll never see that again. Obviously,
yeah. 15 cents. What was it? Was it 10 cents for the World's Best Comics?
No, they were very, very big. They were like 80, 100 pages.
Okay.
The 64-page comic was 10 cents.
Wow. So So 80 pages are now $15 and 60 and what 64 pages are now what $15? $10? Yes. Yeah. Says Lois and Clark are given an assignment to get the feminine slant of the New World's Fair and overhear a plot by the international jewel thief to steal the Madras emerald before it could be displayed at the fair in the House of Jewels. Sam Bradley at the 1940s World's Fair, a chance sighting of a mysterious yacht, while a parachute jump leads Slam and Shorty to help rescue the Princess Roberia. Roberia? Rob? Rob was a princess? Who is American to sign papers allowing her nation to sell the Roberian crown jewels. We got Zatara, we got Our Man, Sandman, Johnny Thunderbolt, Batman and Robin visit. Yeah, wow. Visit the.
Remember, he's not your man.
He's not
my man. He's our man.
Destruction of the Great West River Bridge and the blackmail demand made to Travers Engineering Corporation spur the dynamic duo to investigate the matter, and they uncover the terrifying plot masterminded by the evil Dr. Vreekill.
Governor-minded.
Plus Red, White, and Blue, Ankle the Cowhand, and Jim and Jane, and more. Wow. Look at Jerry Seigel, fresh out of the army. Or during the army, probably. Crazy. Bob Kane. It looks like Don Knotts. A little bit. Jack Brunley. Wow. He was old when they did this book. Man, to think that these characters are that old.
Yeah.
And they haven't aged a bit. Cool. All right, but that's one of the things coming out this week. We have The Hitman by Garth Ennis and John McCrea on this Volume 2 hardcover. $125. All right. And then we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Original Motion Picture Special Edition 35th Anniversary Trade Paperback. We also have Sonic the Hedgehog Volume 20 Cause and Effect. If you don't have enough Nermal in your life, now you do. Namor, the Submariner Sauce Epic Collection.
Well, pop it up and see what issues that covers.
Covers a lot of sauce. Maybe a pizza. Load. Well, collecting Submariner 50 through 72 and Marvel Spotlight number 27.
Cool.
Bill Everett's Seminole 70s Return to Namor, Submariner. The character that made him a legend. Everett's luxury artwork and signature art, Anarch. Yeah. Take a Namor and every page an action classic. Villains from Subby's past, like the Prince Barra. And the stage about Namorita and a new Flame versus Water. Nemesis Sunfire. Ratchet up the drama. Return of another Everett icon, Venus. Pits the Submariner against the god Ares. While the capture of Subby's alien ally, Tamara. You've heard it both ways. Leads to an all-out Atlantean invasion of New York City. Then a nerve gas explosion leaves Namor unable to defend his realm. Richard crafts a new costume to help him fight again. And I think we will be able to contain the rage of the now savage Submariner. Look at that. Reed Richard gives him a new costume only for him to give him constantly giving grief, going after his wife. I've been like, sorry, Sue, I ain't gonna help him. $55 though. That's my only problem here. $55 for this.
The problem with the Epic collections is that they were 35 when they started. 55. If it started 55 and DC Finest didn't exist, That's
Yes.
still a good deal for 24 Marvel comics when Marvel was great. And you couldn't touch those for that kind of money, in floppies.
Mm-hmm.
But when you see how good a deal the DC ones are, it's kind of annoying that Marvel is this expensive.
It is $40 versus almost $60. Well, Marvel does the same thing with their own little like DC Compacts are $10. Then they have their own little Marvel books they do for $5 more. And I'm thinking like DC, the books they're doing, they're way more entertaining than what they're trying to put out for Marvel for $5 more.
This is, and I know that affects sales. A little analogy, spin a little yarn here. Um, some bands that we're all familiar with: Korn, System of a Down, Deftones. They lowered the price. They're on two different labels. They lowered the price of their catalog so that the CDs were $8.
Yeah.
Now anybody can go get music free, but $8 isn't that much. So I say, I'm in the middle of it. You grab it. We were selling a copy a week of several of those titles. The labels, in their infinite wisdom, and both of them did at the same time, raised them back up $4. Guess what doesn't sell anymore?
Their albums.
Those. Yeah, I mean, they still sell a little bit. But if Epic Collections were still $40, they'd be blowing them out. Yeah, I'd be real curious to see what the sales figures are on the DC Finest, because Marvel's got the built-in advantage of being Marvel.
Yes.
There's nothing DC can do about it. DC has Batman, but Marvel has Spider-Man and Wolverine.
DC has been doing well as far as I think Austin, is it Austin or no? It wasn't Austin. It was Darth Cato came across at the Dollar Tree and stuff. And I've also seen people come across these at the gas station. They're starting to see a lot more of the DC compact books and just regular DC trades. Their DC Finest stuff are starting to make its way outside of the comic book stores and not just at Walmart. So it's something that Marvel isn't really doing that I've noticed. No, but yeah, that's that book here.
I need to get the Submariner Epic Collections. I need the earlier ones though. Also,
we got a Private Eye trade. I'm not sure who did that, but James Tinian and Michael Delanis, or Wind, whatever it is. Frankenstein, like Mike Mignola. Berserker, Bloodlines hardcover, $40. And then we have the DC manga box set. Creepy presents Alex Toth. This is all folks on Alex Toth's work at Creepy. So you might have already had it collected. Eerie Archives is also doing a volume 11 now, which for like, they just start over. You said like you have 12. So it feels like they just keep.
I have the hardcovers.
Oh, okay. Well, these are the softies.
Yeah.
Putting out.
And they need to get busy on the Vampirellas because I only have the first 5.
Sword of Solomon Kane. Now that's something I've not seen collected. So I like this. Solomon Kane, the original comics on the best, volume 1, hardcover. And that's still Patrick Zurcher, right? Or is this one else?
Oh, that's the cover you see up there, that was from 1976.
The one on the right?
The one on the left is from like the early to mid 80s.
Okay.
And then Marvel lost the rights to him, and Marvel hadn't had the rights to Solomon Kane in 40 years.
I didn't know they even had the rights to him. Wow. Because all I ever see is Conan. So this is through Tide Comics, $125. Be something to check out if you really love Solomon Kane and just want to check out Marvel stuff. It's all collected for you. You have to go and try to search for individual issues, which might cause you a few dollars or more for specific issues. Imagine. I don't think they're all dollar bins. I mean, there's got to be some key issues in there for whatever reason. But then Dark Horse is releasing Christmas 365 trade again. I've seen this every year that gets released. This cover or Christmas 365. So I don't know what that's all about, but There's Conan the King Conan. His also released Volume 3 on this with Mike Kaluta cover. And then also we're getting through Fantagraphics Walt Disney's Donald Duck. This looks like a job for Duck Avenger hardcover, $20. Also the Fantagraphics Winnie the Pooh, the 100-Acre Wood Comic Collection Volume 1 for $30. It's kind of nice to see some Winnie the Pooh stuff. I haven't seen anything for like that since I was a kid.
Jesus fucking Christ, pay attention.
Yeah, people in the chat, it's Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, Carolina's thrown the ball away the last 2 times on the floor, and they both resulted in breakaway dunks, and goddamn, they did it again.
It's because they're not
the foul call this time.
It's because they're not paying attention to this Winnie the Pooh book. That's why.
Well, at least I'm throwing my tantrum here at home. Phil is throwing his in Rupp Arena.
Ooh. Yeah. Is there honey? Yeah. So, Jim Fanning, I'm not sure what it says, but it says like 172 pages for $30. Is your honeypot empty? Oh, brother. Fill it up with dozens of classic comic book stories never been before collected from the vintage America Winnie the Pooh comic book and Disney Comics magazines around the world. Pooh, Tigger, ER, and the gang join us all in a bounty of epic link cartoon adaptations and delightfully droll gag tales. See Christopher Robin's whole gang chase bees with balloons, bounce into dire winter weather, hunt hungry, hello for funds, lumps, and even confront the dreadful Snagglefrizzle. Oh no, Tall Tales, Chivalry, and then Stuff, and then Fluff are all here for Pooh Bear, the Winnie the Pooh Bear hardcover. This reminds me of the Golden Book stuff. That's what it reminds me of. But yeah. And then what's this Duck Avenger? Everyone in the chat is speechless. They're not even typing. I think you scared them.
Yeah.
The creative team of Luck Batum Cullen and Nicholas Poither confront Donald Duck with the wild life of a superhero and with the wilder life of working stiff in Outrageous new graphic novel. Who wants the world's richest duck for their landlord? Not Donald Duck. If Donald can't get a job, make rent, Uncle Scrooge McDuck will repossess his house. And if Scrooge repossesses Donald's house, he'll discover secret headquarters of Donald's secret identity, Duckburg's super anti-hero, Duck Avenger. Before Donald and inventor Gyro Gearless have their time to dismantle it. Too bad for Donald. Jobs don't come easily this week. And while he's flopping as a mailman, a mover, and a museum guard, Duckburg is invaded by Duck Avenger's foes, including the Beagle Boys and a zombie army. Wild action, wicked wit, and wordplay join forces in a new Disney graphic novel by Luke Batum Collin from Marsupilami and Nicholas Poither. Is Donald ready? Is Scrooge? Is Duckburg? You know they're not. 56 pages for $20 hardcover. Cool. If you guys haven't been paying attention, last Saturday I just started reading the Don Rosa library, so I'm gonna start doing that every Saturday afternoon. I'm gonna start reading some Disney books on the channel. Get those going. But I'm always looking forward to more Fantagraphic like Disney stuff, like early stuff like this. It's cool. We also got Sonic Prime. I never even heard of this one. But this is, I guess, a Netflix show. Volume 2 collected, $10 for the IDW. Then the Art of Doom, The Dark Ages, hardcover. For those who like video games, here's the art of that. Art of the Vampire the Masquerade, Blue Lines, hardcover. $55. And of course, we have Rack and Rune. Never heard of that. It's through Mad Cave. Rose Wolves, Book 2, Out of the Blue, and Art of Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl. And Charles Chaplin, the funniest man in the world, for $15. All right. But that's it for this week, though. I mean, I'm not sure what Stray is, but that's also through Titan Comics as well. And there's a Magnificent Adventure trade paperback, like Sippy and Bergman. Then there, Mad Cave, Gus is doing volume or manga. This is Infinity Force, Infinity Force. I don't know. Infinity Force, Infinite Force. I don't know. Planetes is another one, deluxe edition hardcover. It's another manga based off an anime, or I think they have anime. There's also Gunsmith Cats. That's another popular one too. But I am curious about this one here. I'll quickly go over this, and then we'll end it. We'll probably end it. Being a fan of the original movie and stuff, so Turtles made their comics debut in 1884, the television debut in 87, and their big screen debut in 1990 in the live-action movie Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Adapted by co-creators Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, this edition also contains Eastman's rough page layouts, along with placement notes for the Archie Comics edition. Includes the cutscenes that were used in the Mirage graphic novel edition. Nice. So it does tie into the Archie stuff. Okay, cool. Huh. That's pretty cool. Although the art is a little bit rough, though. That's the one thing. I mean, I think, yeah, Jim Lawson is the artist. When we read the Archie comic books, whenever Jim Lawson's on the cover on the book, art is just horrendous. That's the only downside. I mean, Kevin Eastman isn't that great either, but it is something cool. And if you're a Turtles fan, this is a collector's book, so get that. All right, though, but that is it for this week. We're gonna end it right here. All right, we're gonna go back in here. All right, and thank you for being here, Mr. Twitchbot. I'm not going to streamboo.com because I got my stream booze right here. And got Mr. Breen. He's my stream boo. Austin says, I usually find relativity on overrated quality. I said what I said. I don't care.
Yes, you always do.
It's part of my charm. If I didn't flub words, you wouldn't be able to make fun of me.
Excuse me, I have a question.
You have a question?
Yeah, who told you that was part of your charm?
You know what?
Besides
good question. Besides me?
Yeah.
A lot of people. Yeah.
I bet they amazingly all look like you.
There's too many of them. The list of names. We'd be here forever.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I don't need this crap. I can go somewhere else. I can insult myself if I need to.
You go. You need to find some people that you can that are more
relatability. Yeah. And yeah, besides what I also do relate with Donald in that position, job searching hell is right now. True. Yeah. Fun stuff. But anyway, not much else to say. Thank everybody for being here. And shout out to people who did pop up here. We were talking. Marania, you got Austin. Marania and Austin.
Carolina has more turnovers than McDonald's.
Then I think about it. Vinkman looks like my funny uncle. What do you mean my funny? Now you're funny too.
Don't make you laugh?
Yeah. What's the temp there? Let me look. Right now it's 74 degrees in my room, and it is 19 outside. Yeah. My window almost didn't want to come down on my car door.
Yeah, we got hit with a record snowfall for this date. Yeah,
Zero?
No, we had about 5 inches.
Oh, I had about a foot of snow from that snowstorm, and then we keep getting a little bit of here, half an inch here, half an inch there, on Monday and today. Yeah, Yeah, I'm not looking forward to any other snowfalls. But I am excited for that Brubaker though show though. Um, they announced, oh yeah, Brubaker is gonna have his own show for Criminal, and then I've heard that before, and then nothing ever comes of it. So now that they're actually putting a book out, maybe they're actually serious.
Oh, it starts next month.
Does it
It's
really?
on Amazon Prime. Yeah, Charlie Hunnam plays
Yeah.
Tracy Lawless.
So I had no idea, and so I'm like, I'm looking forward. Actually looking forward to that.
Or no, not Tracy Lawless.
Lucy Laws?
No, is it Ricky? Here's the story that's this one's about.
Oh, it's Ricky
Ricky Lawless. Yeah.
or Jack Laws.
Tracy's the older brother that was serving in the military.
Yeah, yeah. That was the second Criminal series, wasn't that?
Well, they jump back. They jump all over the place. But
I remember the first one was with the guy gets involved with the girl, and it got
Emilia Clarke is in it. And apparently Brubaker's the showrunner. So
yeah, that's what I heard.
Take the idea and then give it to somebody that doesn't have a fucking clue.
Oh,
there's no excuse for this not to be good.
Yeah. Tonight's low is 0. Tomorrow's high. Wait, no, wait, am I looking at? Today's Tuesday. Tonight's low is 18. Tomorrow's high is going to be 30, and then they're supposed to be snow in the morning. But then Wednesday night's gonna be 0, high 15 on Thursday, a low of 1 for Thursday night, high 23 on Friday, low of 14 on Friday, 26 on Saturday, and 11 on Saturday night. Oh, and then it just gets even better. It just keeps going. Sunday high at 24, low at 10, 25 on Monday, low 15, and then next Tuesday it's supposed to be high at near 30. Get a little heat wave coming through. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this kind of weather, but I will take cold weather over any snow. I fucked up my arm. I can't twist it a certain way now because it's just from shoveling snow. So, and just not even that, I use a snow blower, so you gotta like jerk it and just turn it. But yeah.
If my home were better insulated, I wouldn't care as much. But yeah, I said
I don't know, man. Like I said, would you rather deal with the snow or deal with the cold?
Well, neither, honestly.
Yeah, I know, but I'm like, if you had to choose one, Sophie's choice, I'm choosing this having no snow and cold.
I said I've just had some monstrous utility bills.
Yeah.
And I said I expect them to be way lower next year.
Do you want
the new energy policies? But
do you want a cold winter sleeping bag for like 80 below?
No, I don't.
I've got 2 of them, bro. If you're worried about like being freezing to death, No,
I said since I had that stroke, I can't. Yeah, I can't scrimp on. I mean, I can't keep the house at 60 and bundle up. My body doesn't react well at all to that.
We keep ours at 69, right around there. But I mean, I'm comfortable at 61, 62. But then again, like I said, I close my door. My room is 74. Outside, it's like 69, 68 in the house because I got higher ceilings. I have a low ceiling in my room. But that being said, we have 7 people watching now that we're ending. They're like, oh, sweet, they're finally done. So yeah, thank you for everybody who tuned in for tonight. There is a cover rank tonight, I think. It's got to be. If it's not scheduled yet,
it already is.
It is.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're doing. Do you know what CDC is already scheduled? What is it?
Yeah, but Bronze Age, ranking Marvel and DC's boldest covers. So that's.
So let me grab the link and I'll throw it in the private thing. So we're gonna end it right here. And just waiting for the load so I can drop the link. All right. All right. We're heading over here to I Love Comics. It should be in the chat right now. That's the link we're going to go to. We're going to do some cover rankings. It is free for everyone to do. Even if you've never been there before, say hello if you want to, or just listen. Just looking at comic book covers, and then we're ranking them basing on 1 to 10. 10 being like really love it. It's the best thing ever. 1 being, holy crap, my eyes are bleeding. How horrible this is. And vote however you want to. So it looks we got some Marvel and DC's boldest covers from the Bronze Age. So we got a Marvel Tale Spider-Man. We got on the cover of their thumbnail. So go check that out. That's starting in the next few minutes. So thank you for tuning in here. We'll see you here on this channel on Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, where I'll be showing off the books I picked up for tomorrow or this week, and doing a little preview, or not a preview, but a review of them. Spoilers. So thank you for joining in. Click like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and we'll see you then. And say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
All right, good night, Gracie. Later, guys.